All right, guys, Nick here again with another video. Welcome back. Let's talk about this one. This one says, anyone managed to turn things around after 35? I just turned 38 a few months ago and have been living as basically a shut-in for several reasons. Basically living inside of their shell. Social anxiety, depression, sleep issues, low confidence. Haven't really been in a serious relationship. And the reality that I'm getting old is setting in. I really don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to spend the rest of my time alone. This has left me feeling hopeless and unlovable. Has anyone else out there followed a path like this and still managed to turn it around late in life? There's a lot going on with this guy. Number one, 35 is not old. So for all you young people watching this, think about what you do in terms of decades. So I don't know what this person did in their 20s, early 30s, anything like that. But if you're younger and you're watching this, the decisions you make, what you do in your 20s and early 30s, they will impact you decades later. So whatever you do, try to think about, is what I'm doing benefiting me in the long run? So we'll go back to this guy. So he's got social anxiety, depression, sleep issues, low confidence. Social anxiety, it's very common that a lot of people fall into this these days because of their cell phone. They get their social interaction all behind a screen. So they don't have these basic communication skills. Speaking out in front of a group, talking to other people intimately, or just being around other people and just kind of playing it cool, being casual. They don't have these things. If it makes you nervous to just get out in public, then I would start extremely simple and just go to a park where there's people. It's not going to be crowded, but you're actually going to be around people and do something very, very small, but might help you break out of your shell. When you're walking past someone, just give someone a nod, say, how's it going? Or, hey, sounds ridiculous, but this is a great way to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. You're in the presence of this person for literally like 3 seconds. You say, hey, how's it going? Or just give them a nod and you'll start to notice this isn't so bad after all. This is a normal human to human interaction. So number one, start super small with your social anxiety. I guarantee you after you do this a couple times, you'll build some momentum and it might get easier to just walk up to someone and have a conversation. Number two, depression. So this is likely a byproduct of some of these things that you're experiencing. So you got the sleep issues, the social anxiety. Both of those things coupled don't work well together as far as helping you break out of your shell and living with a more of a positive approach to your life. So some easy things: go for a walk, get some sunlight, go to the gym, sweat, get out of breath. These things are going to give you some momentum to do other things that will help you get back on the right track. We'll go into sleep issues here. So sleep issues, this could be an array of things, but we'll just start from the very basics of how to get organized for your sleep. So I read this a while back. I don't remember who said it, but they treat sleep like a job. And it's 8:30, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever time they chose, they are in bed and it's business. It's time to go to sleep. There's no phone, there's no reading, there's no nothing. It's, I'm going to sleep because that is why I'm here. Same thing when they get up. They wake up very calculated. I'm getting up at this time. I have my alarm set. So if you are struggling with sleep issues, get regulated in the sense that just set a time. And if you're having this issue where you can't go to sleep, don't set anything very aggressive. So if you're not falling asleep until like 1:30 in the morning, just as an example, and say, all right, my goal is to try to be in bed by 11:30. So how do I get myself tired to do that? Number one, if you're drinking caffeine, reduce the caffeine. Number two, if you're not working out, go sweat and get out of breath. And I promise you, you'll get a little more tired by the time bedtime rolls around. And number three, try to eat a little bit better. You'll probably feel a little bit better. It's going to help you with your mood overall. And then low confidence. This is kind of a trickle effect of improving the other areas. Confidence is all about building momentum. You can turn things around, get back on track, start being a little more social, going to the gym, eating a little bit better. You're going to start building confidence in yourself because you're seeing some changes. You're seeing some things that you're doing now that the person a month ago was never doing, never even thought of. So you gotta have to treat it like a process. Now, this feeling where they talk about this has left me feeling hopeless and unlovable, and that's tough because that's a deep internal feeling. And if you just kind of sit and think about if you said that, that comes from a deep place to say things like that. And I really feel for this person. That's a terrible way to feel, but it goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about. If you can build some momentum, you're gonna reduce this feeling of hopelessness. You're going to get a little bit more self-worth. You're going to feel like I'm moving in the right direction. And having that improvement is going to give you more confidence. And then eventually with that self-worth increase, you'll see, hey, I'm a good person. I'm a good guy. I'm capable of being loved. I do the things that are admirable to other people. But to close it all out, this guy says, has anyone else ever followed a path like this? And this happens all the time. Maybe not in this exact situation where it's mostly like a self-worth type thing, but people will completely change their lives from their 30s to their 40s and become unrecognizable. One of the biggest problems with our society is that there's this perception that your life is the best it'll ever be when you're in your 20s and your 30s. There's a lot of people out there that think this. Basically, they have this perception that, oh, once you're 40 or whatever, you're old and outdated. Well, this is all a perception that you create in your mind. If you feel like you are constantly improving and you're constantly chasing goals and you're just pushing your own personal limits, you're going to be in your 60s, 70s, and 80s still accomplishing things that most people would never even dream of because they can't fathom how to continuously push themselves like that. So turning things around after you're 35, man, you're young. You can do this if you decide. Honestly, you may not even be halfway finished with your life. So make a decision and turn things around. And let's see where you're at in 10 years. That's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, you want to just drop them down below. Let's start a discussion. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys soon.